Hello and welcome to SEGA News Bits Live. I'm Barry, and it's been about a month. I think the last time we did one of these, I was talking about Sonic movie merch. And I will be doing a little Sonic movie merch update, including my patented complaint section of the show, I guess my bitching section. I also have some new merch sitting next to me here. You've seen it on the internet. It's nothing exciting. There's been guys doing unboxings of them. But I just wanted to show them off, share my own thoughts. Also, of course, top of the show, we're going to be taking a look at the new Sonic movie music video, end credits, music track. And then also there is some cool Sonic and Sega news that I'm going to talk about. I point, like you can see it over there, but I have a second monitor, and I've got a big prototype Knuckles drawing, like staring at me. So I'm looking forward to talking about that too. So let's get into it. Now, when I talk about the music here, I'm not going to be playing the music, and I'm going to be pausing the video because in the past, Paramount has been very, very strict. Segavitz has actually received, I wouldn't say emails from lawyers, but the next best thing to a lawyer email telling us to cease and desist all sharing of Sonic movie whatever, even stuff that's like public, even stuff that helps promote the movie, which, I guess we're starting the bitch session early, but it's a little complaint of mine that Paramount's actually been very strict and almost mean towards fan sites when it comes to coverage of this thing, unless you're like on a special list. But anyway, there we go. So this is Kid Cudi. I have absolutely no prior knowledge of him. I know the name Kid Cudi. I've heard it before, but I could not name one of his notable tracks. And I don't think I should have to. Like going in, this is a Sonic movie. We're just going to hear this during the end credits. I assume that's the only time it plays. This is how Speed Me Up was rolled out as well. But yeah, he seems a lot, I don't want to sound like an old man, he seems a lot more cleaner when it comes to the music. It's not so much like that rap that we had in the last one. But let's be completely honest. Like the Speed Me Up, at least lyrically, I thought it was pretty abysmal. Like it was... The main bit where it was like speed me up, then me, like that's fine. But then when they bring on that one white dude who's like, you're fast, you already know my past, you already know my mash. It's just like, I can't stand that kind of, what is that, mumblecore or whatever it is. I just can't stand it. And some of the stuff they were laying down was just like straight up like I got trophies on my shelf. Girls like me, I'm like, oh, cool, this is totally Sonic. I will say, though, Speed Me Up, I felt was more of a Sonic movie song than Stars in the Sky. And at the end of this little bit, I'm going to drop some knowledge on y'all that's just going to make you go, whoa, not really. But yeah, pretty much, in the music video here, I'll just keep it playing, skip through it. Got Kid Cudi singing about stars in the sky. The thing that stood out to me immediately was how much this song sounds like Owl City, When Will I See You Again, or When Can I See You Again from Wreck-It Ralph, which I actually have behind me here, which I think is a fantastic end track. If we're talking Wreck-It Ralph, I actually get choked up at the end of that movie. It's sad. I don't know, until I saw the sequel. I think the sequel kind of deflated a bit of the sadness of the first one. But it was like he was proud of who he was, yada, yada. And then that song kicks on. And then you get all these video game references. You get one of my favorite 2D Sonic levels from Sonic 2 fully realized with Wreck-It Ralph there. I just thought that was beyond awesome. And the track itself is it works for the song, or works for the movie. And then here I listen to this, I'm like, this is Owl City. Like, they totally were like, we need to get something that's very much like the end of Wreck-It Ralph. I don't think that's a bad thing so much, but I think this is lacking a lot of... it's lacking any Sonic sound effects. There's no rings. There's no... in Speed Me Up, it had like kind of like a dollar store imitation version of the Green Hill, kind of like da 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 da. Like the sound kind of sounds like they were evoking Green Hill Zone maybe a little bit. It just, despite all the terrible guest rappers that they had on it, overall it felt like when I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is definitely made for a Sonic movie. Whereas this one, I think it's good. I don't think it's great. I don't think it really stands out or is very memorable. Like I said, it feels like an Owl City ripoff. And I mean, if I were to compare it to anything, I guess it kind of has that kind of like Dreams Come True vibe where it's just kind of a happy, dreamy song about, I don't know, like adventuring and then going back home, yada, yada. What I find interesting, though, is with this track, and I want you guys to leave your comments, too, because once I'm done with this little spiel, we're going to click through and just share what some of you guys think. But this track, Stars in the Sky, is about going on an adventure. It's about finding a home, returning home. What did the first Sonic movie, what was that all about? It was about going on an adventure and then inevitably finding a home that wasn't his home, but he was finally not on the run anymore. And I guess my big bombshell, this is not really a bombshell, I think Speed Me Up is a better Sonic Movie 2 end credits song, and I think Stars in the Sky is a better Sonic Movie 1 end credits song, because this would fit. Like if we listened to the end of Sonic 1 and he finds a home with Tom, and then this Stars in the Sky song played, I'd be like, oh, it kind of evokes Sonic 1 a little bit, I guess, or Sonic 2 with the Dreams Come True stuff, but thematically it fits the movie. And then when you get the Sonic movie sequel, it has a lot more references to the games with the sound effects. And then the lyrics themselves name drop Best Friend Tales, which was not in the first movie, and yet the end song references that. Knuckles is referenced, so that's my take. I think Stars in the Sky is a serviceable end credits song, but it is not super Sonic-y, which I was really expecting, because this movie has really been heavy, and I don't want to call it fan service, but like referencing the games and using game elements. And it's just it just kind of feels like imitation of Owl City for Wreck-It Ralph there. I gotta work on my pointing. But yeah, let's see what y'all think. So we got a lot of people here. We have Backyard TARDIS saying, I enjoyed Speed Me Up as an end credit song, but wish we got some game music integrated into the movie. We had Blazing Aura saying Speed Me Up had a faster beat too. It totally did. And I feel like this one, I haven't seen the movie yet. I know some people possibly watching this have. I know some people who have been on these comment sections in the past have now since seen the movie. I don't know if they replicate the whole movie again, like in that sprite style. I would hope they do. I think that would be cool. Muffin says, I like that the Speed Me Up video had an actual Genesis in it. Yeah, I did like that. But I will say that, and we have a comment here. Let's see, who mentioned? Someone mentioned Sonic the Fighters reference. Yeah, here we go. Muffins did. There was a Sonic the Fighters reference in the video. Let's pull it up real quick. That was kind of fun. So here we are again, looking at the video, and it was when. Oh, okay. There's two things I want to talk about. First off. And I don't want to do too much movie speculation because the movie's going to be out soon. It's kind of pointless. But yeah, right there, this screenshot's total Sonic the Fighters versus screen. I really like that reference. And then there's a really weird bit here where Sonic is back in the Sonic Movie 1 like bar. And it's all the characters from the movie, from Green Hill, like gathered around with a bunch of Tails. And I know Tails has devices in this movie, so I have to wonder, does he have like a replicating device where there's like multiple versions of himself? I don't know. This is really weird. Like, and also, if I'm honest, like the end credits dance scene is so played out. Like it's such a, people were like, please don't compare this movie to Alvin and the Chipmunks live action, but it's kind of hard not to when they do something like this, where, like when you see the TV trailers for movies and it says like in theaters now, and there's like a white background and it's the CG character doing breakdancing. It happens all the time. Even Toy Story did it, which I think is just insane. Going back to the comments here, finally we have Elk Plays and Paint saying, I think Stars in the Sky's slower beat might be good for winding down from a high-octane action movie at the end, especially if the movie ends with a dance scene, which we see a bit in the video. That's a good point. So I'm going to cease speculation because I know people have seen the movie. The movie's out there, and it's kind of pointless now for me to like drag the little slider through a video and be like, oh, is that Metal Sonic? It might be. Kind of pointless. Next bit that I want to jump into is news. So there has been some, I think, crazy cool bombshells dropped that haven't really been catching too much attention outside of the fan community. So yes, cut to the chase, early Knuckles the Echidna art and details have emerged from newly uncovered internal documents. This document comes from a Sonic the Hedgehog collectors group that I'm a part of on Facebook. And they'll come up again in a bit for a different segment, but when the content's good, it's real good. So there are people in there who just straight up collect materials from like resellers, eBay, former Sega staff members, and then they just kind of, I don't know what they do with it. Like for me, okay, yeah, I have like Sonic Animation sells comic art, but that stuff's out there. Like this is just stuff, the production materials that had an end product that anyone out there can see and view, and I don't think it's all that special for me to scan in every single animation cell and every single like inked comic book art drawing that I have. However, there are materials out there that are very important for documenting the creation of these games that we love, and there are people, and I don't want to get too soapboxy, but hey, this is my video, so I'll do what I want. But there are people who will sit on materials, and it's kind of frustrating because let's say you have a natural disaster and you lose it. Let's say you die. Like that happens, life is not forever. And then this stuff goes lost, missing, sold to someone else who doesn't care about it, thrown away. So this document has been making the rounds. I think some people have owned it for some time. And it is an internal document that the Sega Technical Institute, who developed Sonic 2, among other games, were internally sending around to catch staff up on the upcoming Sonic games, including Sonic 3. And this was telling people, this is who Knuckles is. This is a new character that will appear in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And I won't read the whole thing, but it has some really interesting bits, like Knuckles' name was not decided on at this time. Now this is January, February, March, April 12th, 1993. So this is almost a year before the game released, and this is the earliest known documentation of Knuckles that we have ever seen publicly. And there's some cool bits in here. Like they establish he likes grapes, which we've known for years, was in, I believe, Sonic Jam as like an about this character bit in Sonic Generations when Knuckles is standing there at the hub for a level. Grapes are hanging behind him. It's his favorite food right there. He's 12 to 15 years old and loves grapes, just like every 12 to 15-year-old. There are bits like he's nervous around high places, which was not kept because obviously he can climb really high and glide. They call him strong, fast, and smart in ways that are equal to Sonic, but he does not have the cocky, cynical, smart aleck attitude, which definitely stuck around. He's a lot more serious, which I'm glad they're carrying over to the movie. But yeah, it's just, and I think the big bit too is this art of him. Like, look at this. This is early Knuckles right here, and I have a better image of him, but it's just, I mean, it's exciting that we are finally seeing this, but it's also kind of maddening that these have been in people's possession for years as collectors, and they just never got around to sharing it. until someone like me, and again, I'm saying please heap the thanks onto Barry, are in these private groups, see these things, realize this has never been made public, and just puts it out there. And I don't mean to shame the people sitting on this stuff. Like, honestly, sometimes they don't know what they have. They don't know that what's in their possession is not out there. But, like, if you're going to spend the time and money to collect these things, just do a little extra research to see if it's out there. And then reach out to places like Sonic Retro or ourselves, SEGA Bits, who is kind of, well, we're the sister site to Sonic Retro. We are not SEGA Retro proper, but I think a lot of the general SEGA stuff falls under us. I mean, there's a reason why SEGA Retro's background is the same as the SEGA Bits background, because it's technically our wiki, even though we have no control over it. We're not administrators of it. But I like to think that on the news side, SEGA Bits is the SEGA Retro representative for kind of publicly talking about this stuff, collecting it. And, I've played my part in some things. And so I'm happy that this is out there. And there is more to come. So stay tuned. I think something even bigger than the Knuckles will hopefully drop, but it won't be at SEGA Bits. And I just want to keep the positive energy going. So, no more complaining about that. There is content that is found, and it will find its way out there through different channels, and you will hear about that. And that's all I will say about that. Also in the news, boy, where are we now? I just lost my place. Here we go. There was some other materials that are out there. When that Knuckles stuff went out, people were speculating in the comments on this group, hey, is this from this guy who's selling the Sonic Spinball stuff on eBay? And I was like, what? Who? And so I looked on eBay, and there are listings for some things. So what there is internal documents showing from January 1993, Robotnik Spinball Fortress. This was actually seen in preview videos, like pixelated and compressed for Sonic Spinball. Also, there is this bit that's being sold alongside the Spinball piece of paper, which actually is showcasing an unreleased shoot 'em up or light gun game that was being worked on at STI. Documents have not been seen before, so this is new, but then the sprite work was actually on a collection of discs that STI employee Tom Payne had in his possession and allowed people to dump. So it's just kind of a cool little look at a game or a concept that never really made it past this one screen and some sprites. But that and this pinball thing is being sold on eBay, I believe, for $100. And it's cool and all. I wish the guy would properly scan them in instead of just selling them with terrible pictures. But, whatever. It is what it is. This other bit I think is really interesting is Treasure Tales. So this was actually revealed August 2020. It was a pitch video of a Tales spin-off puzzle game called Treasure Tales. And not too much else was known outside of that. Now this document, which is also on eBay for, I think close to $1,000, which it's not worth that much. It doesn't show much. It shows a screen we've already seen digitized, so you can find a better version of the screen online for free. And then the text down there just gives a better description of what the game is going to be. I love the phrase, Tails must retrace this pattern to please the gods. Tails' first step will crack them. The second plunges him into a fiery pit. So it's clear that it's a game about tracing over a path, and if you get it wrong once, it cracks. If you get it wrong twice, you die. Interestingly, we did Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric for Sega Talk, and in the last stage of that game, there is actually a whole gimmick where you are walking over tiles, and you have to go in the right order in order to complete the stage. So I don't think it was intentional, but it's kind of funny that Treasure Tales gameplay actually kind of made its way into a Sonic game. Also, on the site, we've been doing the Shenmue after shows, so check those out. We are over halfway through. It's really fun to join George and myself each week to talk about our thoughts on the show. I'm coming into it as someone who loves Shenmue and has played Shenmue, but doesn't remember Shenmue all that much. And so it's kind of fun to hear my recollections versus what the show is showing, and that's kind of fun. So check those videos out. Little plug there. House of the Dead Remake has physical editions coming. There are ones for Europe and there are ones for America. You can check those out too. Check out SEGA Bits. We have all the links there. It's going to be through Forever Limited, but if you are in the US, you can also get like a smaller special edition from places like Amazon. So it's going to be readily available, and it's coming out next month, I guess. I'm not going to cover this. This is just a silly story that George posted. Japanese man arrested for allegedly sending Sega death threats over losing in online games. People thought it was a fake post, but it definitely is not. Ding dong, scrolling up here. That's about it, I think, for Sega news. The last bit that I want to talk about is, should I do merch? Let's do new merch, and then we'll jump into my little complaint segment. I need to get like little songs that play when I jump into it. So this is a new piece of merch that came out. It's a Walmart exclusive. It is the Tornado, La Tornade, El Tornado, and Der Tornado. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's for the Sonic movie 2. It's for the 2.5-inch scale. You get the Tornado and two figures for a cool $19.99, which is great because the 2.5-inch figures typically sell for about $5. So you're getting a biplane for $10 and then two figures for $5 each in a $20 package. And I have the figure here. I actually had it hanging from a hook with fishing wire because I just thought it looked cool in the air. But it's just, I don't know, I think it's a fun little piece. Tails has his little flight goggles there. Look at that. Sonic's on top. Maybe they're going to make their way to the human world or the animal world, because yes, I did omit a piece of news just because it wasn't on the site and it kind of passed my mind. Tails Tube is doing videos. I'll keep doing this. Tails Tube is a Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube video series where Tails asks and answers questions of his friends, I guess. And they do touch on the two worlds theory of Sonic, which Iizuka has pushed a lot, and even Aaron Weber has touched on in interviews in the past. But they pretty much confirm that as of now in the Sonic game universe, the humans live on the larger continents and the animals live on the islands. And I think that's a way just to simplify it. There was also a character with pink hair who appeared in that video. And I'm sure we will learn more about her either in the IDW comics or more likely in Sonic Frontiers. She's been hinted, or people have been guessing that she is a human character in that game. So, pretty cool. I'm just going to keep doing this. But it's a cool toy. I actually bought two of them, not because I'm scalping one, but because I have a model shop near my house, and I want to pick up some cool paints and actually take one of these and paint it realistically. So do silver, do an actual... super glossy red shiny finish to it, like a cherry red, and then make these actually match what you see in the games maybe. I don't know, but thought I'd have a little fun with it. These things are readily available. You can get them at Walmart. Something that you cannot get so readily available, and that's going to lead into my bitching session in a second, is the Sonic plush toys. And I told myself I wasn't going to get these. I know there are the Build-A-Bear figures or Build-A-Bear bears that aren't bears that are coming out. Actually, they're out as of yesterday or today. These are much more budget priced. They are $9.99 each. There's a Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. I went to Target this morning. I found this one, and I was like, might as well pick it up. It's cute. I don't know. I mean, my thing is that the Sonic movie is not going to be an ongoing thing. You're not going to see Sonic movie merch all the time, and it's just kind of cute. I don't know. So, look at that. Which leads me into my little complaint section here. And this was something that blew up about a month ago, actually, on my private Twitter account. So let's take a look at it here. All right. So on my private Twitter account, I was getting a little grumpy because I was seeing people on social media buying up Sonic movie toys at places like Target, pretty much Target exclusively because that was the only place they were being found at that time, buying them up and then scalping them and flipping them very quickly on social media groups and on eBay for exorbitant prices. And I said, and I quote myself, "Hey Sonic fans, stop buying up all the Sonic toys at Target and flipping them on eBay. It deprives kids of toys, and it is actively killing a new generation of fandom from growing. Disgusting." And I mean, maybe was I a little over the top? I don't know. But I mean, here's an example of the post. So I obscured the name, but pretty much they said, "Recently found some Sonic Movie 2 plushes from my local Target. I have 2 of them, and I'm currently selling them on eBay for trades or on the table as well. I do own more Sonic Movie stuff, including the figure sets, so I'll share those as soon as well. So, but if you're interested in trading, PM me." So trading, I don't have so much of an issue with, but the thing is this means that he's keeping it within this little community of other people who have bought up the stuff in an effort to trade. So, like I might go to the store and just want to get one of everything, but then if I'm using this, scalper trader mentality, I buy up everything and sit on it so I can either make more money or trade it for stuff that I was unable to find, which really, I don't know, like makes it a much, I don't know. It keeps it within the community, sure, but it also still means you're going out there and buying stuff up. But also he posted this on eBay, and look at how much this is going for. A 2022 Sonic Movie 2 plush, the exact same one from this line that I just went out today. I found there were 2 tails on the shelf, nothing else in terms of plush for the movie. I got this for $9.99. This is what it's worth. It's worth $9.99. It's not worth any more than that because it is new, it's out there, it's available, or it should be. But then someone like this went out and is selling it for $31.99, more than the price of getting the full set of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. $31.99, which I think is absolutely insane. And it annoyed me. And so I actually kind of, messed with this guy a little bit. This is what I said to him. I said, I asked him, I said something that prompted a reply, and he said, "My asking price is originally $30. However, I can do $15 or $20 for it, or even trade for the 4-inch movie Sonic or Robotnik." So I think, to his credit, that's a little more fair, I guess. But still, he's asking me for a $5 increase on something, or what I find strange is he says 15 or 20, and then I'm going to go, "Well, make it the lowest price possible, please." Like, you never go on Pawn Stars and they're like, "What are you asking?" And they give like a range. Like, you ask for the highest amount. Anyway, I said $9.99 seems fair, and he said, "Well, because of shipping and everything going on in the world, ooh, yeah, right? It has to be 15, right? Because I guess Ukraine made it 15. I don't know what he's talking about. However, I can do a trade for a 4-inch movie Sonic figure or Robotnik. The figures are $9.99. The plush are $9.99. So that's the only time it's really fair, I think, to do that straight trade. But even then, that means I have to go out and find product that really isn't on the shelves. At least at that point, it wasn't. Just for the intent of trading with someone else who is buying up all the product. You see where I'm going with this? And then finally he says, doing so I would be losing money as well. And then when I posted this on Twitter, he found out about it. He got really upset with me. And he said, "Wow, you think this is so hilarious. Some people need to resell in order to make a living." And that's what really annoyed me. People did this with GameStop a while back by buying their stock, I think he means, right? So why is this an issue to you? I don't know what GameStop has to do with this. I mean, it's kind of strange that he's moving it over to a discussion about GameStop. I guess he's talking about their games, but is he talking about their stock? I don't know. But when he says he needs to resell to make a living, listen, I make my way to Target probably once or twice a week because I live near about 11 Targets, and for me, it's like, I have another hour in the morning. I'll hit a Target up to see what Star Wars or Sonic stuff or weird cereal they have. It's who I am. It's what I enjoy to do. I have never seen enough product in store to make a living off of scalping them. I could see enough product to at least, line my pockets with an extra 20 or something, but that means I'm jumping into a car, I'm burning gas, I'm spending time that I could be spending either doing something more productive. And in the end, it really does not lead to much, if any, of a profit, especially if you say you're making a living. If your job, quote unquote, is to drive around and hit every Target and Walmart to buy everything up and then create an online store selling them at inflated 3 times prices, you could be doing something better with your time, and you're actually not making all that much money because eBay takes a bit of it. Like I said, you're wasting time, burning gas, and I don't think it's a job, and I don't think it's a livelihood. I live in an area where I see a lot of people doing this. One morning I saw some dude with his wife, and he was like, he went over and he bought up all the Hot Wheels, and she was rolling her eyes at him, but he totally thought that he was going to make some big bank. But then think of the children. Like, think of a kid going there and going, oh, there's no toy cars because a 40-year-old man bought them all. Or there's no, and going back to the Sonic movie thing to close out this complaint section, the movie is being heavily marketed. Kids are seeing Sonic. They haven't seen the movie yet, but they might be going to the store and thinking, oh, there's Sonic toys at Target. I want to pick something up. Get in, get something to take to the movies. I want Tails to sit next to me as I watch the movie. And there's nothing there because people like this bought them all up in order to make a profit. And thankfully, there is some good news at the end of this. I went to Target today. I saw one 2.5-inch figure set. Like I said, this biplane is readily available online, very easy to find. I saw 2 Tails plush dolls, which is more than I've ever seen. I saw 3 movie Sonic figures, 2 Robotnik figures, and 1 Tails figure. So I think we're finally hitting a point where they're putting enough product out there that the resellers can't. The thing is you've got to put more product out there than the resellers are willing to buy, which seems kind of weird, and that's not how stores operate. But it seems to be hitting that point now where I think we've kind of won. Like, the resellers are realizing that there's more product out there. Now, there are Sonic products. There are Sonic products that are very hard to find. The Rouge the Bat 4-inch figure is very difficult to find because they put 1 per case. They send 1 case per store. If one sells even to a kid, it's gone. You're not going to see another Rouge the Bat probably ever in a Target. You have to buy them online or something like that, which is what I did. I actually bought a case just to get a Rouge. So that kind of stuff I think it's not going to go away. But thankfully, I think for the Sonic movie, they're really putting the product out there, and the resellers are kind of losing that game. So good for them. Anything else? I don't think so. No? Yeah. Sega Talk is back next week. We are covering Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. I think we're doing a combo there, so that'll be fun. And the Sonic movie's coming out. So there is going to be an AMC fan event on Wednesday, April 6th at 6 p.m. I think local time for this is in America. Wherever you are, it's going to be the 6 p.m. local time. And there will be freebies. There's going to be a comic book, which I assume is going to be the IDW prequel comic with maybe an exclusive cover. There's also going to be an art print, which, fingers crossed, is the Sonic 2 poster that they debuted the same day that they announced this fan event. There are people who have already seen the movie. I assume these are the people that won that Twitter contest. So good for them. I guess I'm a little jealous, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm bringing my daughter to the movie. I'm taking the day off early. We're going to go hit up Build-A-Bear, grab a little Sonic maybe grab a Tails, and we'll grab some Sonic, catch some Tails. I don't know, whatever the Sonic movie thing was. But, I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the movie with my daughter. I think that'll be a lot of fun. It'll be her first movie. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm feeling positive about the movie. I'm not grumpy anymore, and you guys are my therapy session. So thank you for making me feel better about myself. Thanks for watching, and we will see all of you next time on a video on this channel. Bye. Bye.